What is up? I'm back with more fucking hatred. So look, this is a little special. Not really, but I saw this video by Rob Liefield, the creator of Deadpool and Cable and all that. And I saw this video that he was reacting to. So this is a reaction of a reaction. I'm gonna go ahead and play the video for you right now and not waste any time. Hey, shout out to all the hate comments I got last time. I think it was 2. Shout out to y'all. Let's try to make that 3 hate comments this video. I'm sure we can do it, guys. But yeah, watch this video real quick. This guy lost his fucking mind.
Robert Kirkman doesn't like the adrenaline theory because of his ego. His ego cannot handle the fact that the fans came up with a plausible explanation that actually makes sense to resolve the plot hole of Mark's strength inconsistencies. That is the reason. It is not because writers don't have power scaling brain. You should be thinking about the inverse scaling of your series if you're writing an action series as a writer, or the story stops making sense. You'll have one chapter where Mark is getting the dog shit kicked out of him by street level villains, and then a couple episodes later, he's killing Conquest.
Oh my gosh, these people are such dickheads. Time out. Dude, where is your multi-million selling comic book? Get the heck out of here with this. Is what, literally, maybe you've never been punched in the face before. Maybe you've never been in a fight. Maybe you don't understand how matchups work, and maybe the other guy isn't at the advantage that you are that day. This is nonsense. This is more talking head crap trying to tell the best-selling author of the last 25 years that he didn't do his job. No, you're just trying to get clicks and bait and whatever, and people are pretty over it, okay? Yeah, I don't have any time for this. This is crap.
So I didn't know what the adrenaline theory was for Mark before I saw this video, but apparently, the fans have a theory that since he's half human, he has adrenaline, and Viltrumites have evolved past adrenaline. So since he has adrenaline, Mark has I guess his adrenaline kicks in, and plus the Viltrumite strength and all that. That's how he can kill Conquest. Meanwhile, he gets his ass fucked by random street villains. So you mean to tell? So is are those street villains strong enough to defeat Viltrumites or to go toe to toe with Viltrumites? Let's take that dragon. You know what I mean? Can the dragon do a number on Conquest or whatever? Since Mark can kill Conquest, right? Shit makes no sense. But then you got Rob Liefield over here. The guy's a fucking octogenarian, old as a motherfucker, talking about this guy is saying nonsense. Oh, where's your best-selling book? How the fuck, dude? This is why we don't listen to boomers on anything. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. The only time they even know what they're talking about is when we're talking about shit that was back in the day. If we're talking about current day, that where's your best-selling book shit, that may have hit different back in the day. Back in the early 2000s when people didn't understand shit deflection and bringing up shit in conversations and debates that have nothing to do with nothing. But saying stuff like, where's your dude, who gives a fuck if it's best selling? Dragon Ball Z went fucking nuclear. And Dragon Ball Z, I'm gonna be honest, the story's ass. The story's ass in Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z gets good, and after fucking what? Z is the peak of Dragon Ball's fucking storytelling, by the way. After a certain amount of time, it gets to after the power levels get retarded and all that, and stuff starts not making sense, and it gets to, okay, now you just want to keep this going for merchandise and all that. Right, okay. Super Story's ass. Making all that dough, though. Dragon Ball Z is still making so much money. So being best-selling doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't matter if it's best-selling. Did you make a good story? The story on Invincible, okay, it brings up some topics, okay, R wording, shit like that, right? Okay, cool. You got episodes that are an hour long and it's animation. We don't really even see that. I don't think we've ever seen that. Hour-long animations every episode. Niggas haven't seen that. I get it. I get why people are going crazy. The violence is nice. All right, people are going crazy. I understand. But this story is fucking nut butter. This shit is trash. This shit is trash. Nobody can convince me otherwise. The fact Mark just sat there and killed, I never read the comics, bro. The way Mark killed Conquest was fucking retarded. Made no sense. A guy that's thousands of years old, that has infinite amount of combat experience, way stronger, way better, gets bested by Mark. A fucking early 20-something that doesn't really train like that. He doesn't take training as seriously as he should. If I was a Viltrumite, I would be training every fucking day. But all this guy does is sit here and politic, playing some fucking mid-art hole white pussy, and sit there and act like a bitch every single episode. Oh, it's supposed to be more realistic. No man sits around crying every single fucking day. No man. No man does that shit. Now I get it, Mark might be a beta male. I mean, we could say that. I get he's young. I get that. But even then, I don't remember crying every single fucking day as, come on, man. It's just, man, I don't understand. And then, like, I'll keep saying this. Where did all of Omni-Man's, his aura just left when he beat the fuck out of Mark? The aura just left. He's sitting there having to force himself to sit there and listen to somebody fucking in the other room while he's trying to go to sleep. He has to sit there and be like, Debbie, she ain't mean nothing. Talking about Oliver's mom. She didn't mean nothing to me. Man, look. He should have been like, I was hitting her. We was apart. I was hitting her. So what? There's no fucking testosterone in this show. That's another complaint. But back to the topic. I just kind of rambled right there. What is this guy talking about? I get it. He has like his feet wet and all that. He's experienced. He's seasoned. He's him, Rob Liefield. He made Deadpool and all that. Congratulations. Dude, what are you talking about? You didn't address the actual point on how Mark gets fucking graped in street fights and low-level villains and all that shit. And then he's over here killing Conquest. It makes no sense. Oh, the Mark War. Though a lot of those Invincibles that died that in that fight that were evil and all that, they were confirmed to be weaker than the Mark they have on Earth. So, I mean, some of them may have been stronger, I guess, but shut the fuck up. And that's another thing. I saw, what's her name? Jax. You know, Penny Parker, the Iron Man Penny Parker. You know, they replaced the male character with the female out of nowhere for the show. I went back and I was like, oh, hold on. She killed a Viltrumite. She killed Mark. And she kind of did it kind of like, you know, sort of easy. Oh, that Mark is like weaker. I mean, I guess, but it's like the way she killed him was way too fucking easy. And then we see her getting handled completely when they were fighting Thrag and all the other Viltrumites. It's like, really, she's just a heal bot. That's all she really is a heal bot. She's not really doing any sort of real damage. Maybe I got to rewatch the episode, but nah, she's not doing any sort of real damage, and it makes no sense to stay consistent. Nobody likes an inconsistent story besides fucking retards. And fortunately for people like whoever created Invincible, I don't know his name. Fortunately for him, retards are in fucking, they're in mass supply when it comes to planet Earth. So they're going to buy any slop. They're going to buy anything. They don't care about the story. You don't have to write a good story. You just have to have the funding. You just got to have the support. And then Rob didn't have a real argument. He just started saying shit. So he was like, oh, you must have never been punched in the face. Have you ever been in a fight? Sometimes the guy may have an off day or whatever. It's just cope. Just cope. Dude, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? So you mean to tell me, let's say Gervonta Davis, right? He has the same skill and everything. Gervonta Davis. He was 6 foot, 200 pounds, like me, right? He had the same amount of skill. We go toe to toe. There's no jumping, no nothing. Toe to toe. You mean to tell me that as long as he has an off day, or, you know, I have an advantage, quote unquote. What advantage did Mark have, by the way? What advantage did Mark have? Because Conquest had an advantage of thousands of years of combat experience. So what are we talking about advantage? If anyone had the advantage, it was Conquest. Stop it. So you mean to tell me I would be able to beat the fuck out of Gervonta Davis if we were the same size, same height, he had the same skill and everything, but he just had the fucking sniffles? Is that what we're talking about here? Is that what we're saying? Just stop it. Just stop. You motherfuckers cope so hard and fight tooth and nail to defend slop. This show has a ridiculous budget. Millions of dollars spent on being the welfare system of out of work fucking actors just to keep them afloat. The most of the budget is spent on giving these voice actors, these famous people. We never heard these motherfuckers voice act. Random famous motherfuckers, A-list celebrities. But since, the whole thing with Hollywood, people, workers in Hollywood going on strike and everything, they want to make sure that their A-lists are kept in work without actually having to face the fact that they've been fucking over people. So yeah, let's just give some Hollywood welfare to some A-list celebrities and just feed the public slop. Make the animation just trash. Make Viltrumites after they get knocked out and we're about to go to the next frame. Have that Viltrumite just disappear in the next frame. Make their deadlines so tight. We're not going to spend our time in between this shit because we got to get those A-list celebrities their money. So we're not going to take our time on this stuff. We're going to keep it going because Invincible's supposed to last like 9 seasons. So I've heard. About 9 seasons. So we're going to have this stretch out to 9 seasons. So damn near a decade of welfare. And by then the whole striking thing should have died down, blah, blah, blah. You know what it is. You know what this shit is. But yeah, I'm done ranting for that day. For this day. Rob, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, and I'm gone.